Hey guys, it's Super Ivy, the hashtag hero, and you're tuned into yet another whirlwind episode of Hero Tech How-Tos and App Reviews. Today I'll be going over the task managing, time managing, interactive super app 3030. is a really great productivity app that helps you to stay on task and on time with whatever you might be working on for an entire day. The way it works is pretty simple. You set up a task, you give it a time, and you press start, and then it just brings you right along your entire list of tasks. The real power that I find for 3030 for me is that I'm a big user of the Pomodoro technique. Basically, you're using a timer to break down work into intervals. Traditionally, the Pomodoro would be 25 minutes of work focused on one thing, only one thing, and then 5 minutes or 7 minutes break. And you just repeat this cycle over and over again until that single task is done. And depending on how many Pomodoros, in essence intervals of 25 and break, it takes, that's how you find out how long it takes for you to complete a certain task. So that's a way for you to track your productivity and how much time it takes you to do certain things, which you can then use in turn on your everyday and schedule it in ways that will be very productive for you. So usually what I use it for is 30 minutes of work, 7 minutes of play or break, and so on and so forth, back and forth like that. I've used other apps that are more marketed for Pomodoros, but I find that this one is I like it better. It's really colorful, it's easy to use. The entire task list, this is pretty unique. It's all controlled by gestures. So shaking it undoes things. Swiping left brings things down, swiping right brings things to delete. All these gestures pretty much help you to create your list. It's kind of unforgiving, it just keeps it moving, you know, it doesn't stop and ask you things, it just keeps it going. So I really like that about it too. I would say that this app is great for people who love making to-do lists. I'm one of those people, so it helps to have this kind of a to-do list that just starts moving on. As you're moving on, it's also moving on, so I really like that. I also highly recommend it for students. It's great for getting homework done and research papers. It's also recommended that people who have ADD or ADHD, this is a really helpful app. It actually won an award for being one of the best ADHD apps of 2015. And that's just among some of the awards that it's been winning. So I would totally say if you've never used 3030, give it a try at least once. And if it works out for you, then hey man, give me a thumbs up on this video. If you're someone who's serious about time scheduling or wants to get serious about time scheduling, this app will definitely help you to get there if you take it seriously. But yeah, let's get into exactly how it works. I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough, show you how I use it, how it works, how to get started, and how to not make certain mistakes that I did in the beginning. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, welcome to 3030 guys. When you first download the app, you'll be greeted by a task list that basically explains all of the gestures used in order to customize your own task list. As you can see, there's quite a variety of gestures. I'm going to walk you through a good few of them that I find really useful, and then we're going to go through one of my lists. This app is free, and with the icon on the upper left-hand corner, those little folders there, you can add as many lists as you want. Now, because there are so many gestures, I like to keep the gestures list virtually untouched because it helps me to remember how to use the task list. So let's say you forget what something does one day, you can just look at this general gestures list and be brought right up to speed. So just double tap any of the taskbars there. You can change any of the colors. There are tons of little emoticon things that you can put to further distinguish a task. And of course, set the time. Once you've done this, you're pretty much all set to go. You can press start and it will take into consideration your time and continue counting down until that task allotted time is finished. Here we have double tap to edit, touch and hold to move, spread apart vertically to create, slide right to delete, slide left to move to the bottom, among many others. There's shake to undo, which usually works, but because my phone is currently taped to the surface so that it's completely in frame for you guys to see everything, it's not gonna work for us right now. There's also the really nifty 3-finger tap to copy a task. But for some reason, it's not working today, or at least since this update. I don't know what that's about, but take my word for it, it usually works. And it cuts the time in half when it comes to developing your list. So I'm hoping it starts to work again soon. And of course, once you've set up your entire task list, all you have to do, put them in the order in which you want to do them, and then press start. There are a few options around the start button to help you in managing your time while the task is live. So you can add 5 minutes, subtract 5 minutes, move task to the bottom as if you finished it, check it off, and delete it. Now we pretty much know how the entire app works. Here's an example of one of my days. As you can see, I schedule the breaks directly after the task, so you can see a lot of my time is spent on the internet, online, and on social media platforms. With this career choice, I actually spent a lot of time in a chair, which is really not good for you for the long run, and it's bad for your lower lumbar. If your lower lumbar isn't getting support, then you need to do something about it. It's come to the point now where there are standing desks. I'm gonna link one on the bottom if you guys wanna see what that's all about. I don't personally have one, but I listen to a lot of podcasts and have some mentors who highly recommend it. So I would say check that out if you are really experiencing back pain in your place of work. There are also some really good ergonomic chairs that are out right now that can help with this kind of thing too. But so far, what's been giving me peace of mind and actually paying off and feeling great has been doing my Pomodoro breaks, because I get some fresh air, sometimes take a walk, just distract my mind with something else that isn't the focused work, and it really gives me a grounded sense of clarity and focus. I highly recommend it, and I hope you guys find this very informative and helpful for you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and also to share it with your friends if you know anyone who could very well benefit from this productivity app. Share with me in the comments if you have a productivity app or productivity Jedi secrets that help you to be really productive and get things done. Share them with me. I really want to know about them. I'm always trying to better myself and also help better other people who are looking to create great changes in the world. So please do those things, and if you're not already subscribed, I think you know where to go. Alright guys, this has been Supervisor with #Hero. See you next time.